Hi people, today we're going to be talking about this amazing book. It's very gripping, I just couldn't put it down. It was an amazing read, and it's What We Harvest, and the author is Fraistat. And I have to say, I did read the sample and I just couldn't stop thinking about what I had read, about about the plantation and about the blight and about the character. And it was very gripping because lots of things happen in the sample. And in the sample, we are introduced to this girl called Wren, and she's alone at her farm. And suddenly, she begins to see that something called the blight. Sorry for the mispronunciation. Is affecting the crops of her farm. So she goes very fast there to try to stop it from spreading, and you begin to get the sense that this blight thing, it's quite dangerous. It's not some kind of pest or whatever that can affect the crops, but it's something like it's kind of alive, for the way in which she describes it. And her eyes and her attention keep flicking to the forest, because there is something or someone that can come out of the forest when it gets dark, and it's going to be very dangerous. And it's like, what the hell is going on, in the most amazing way. And she gets into a puddle of this blight that's kind of like silver, like mercury, and she goes running, and she has to take off her clothes because it can get to her, and then she will be infected. What the hell is going on? I mean, it's amazing, and it's like the first chapter too. So yeah, and then she calls someone so she can get help because her parents aren't home, and she's worried because they're going to miss the curfew. And dangerous things go lurking in the night when the curfew, begins. And she wants to save the crops, and so she calls her ex-boyfriend Derek. They hadn't been talking since they break up. What did they break up? She hints that something happened, but she doesn't explain you what. And yeah, I mean, there's lots of things going on, and it's amazing, and you want to know. So Derek comes. This is like the sample. I'm not going to make any spoilers. And he helps her, and then they began to listen to some kind of outside the door of her home. It's very dark. They're inside the home because they are, protecting themselves from the things that go boom in the night, like literally boom in the night. And then Derek wants to kill this something because it's dangerous, and she gets in the middle of the gun that he's taking out, and she's protecting her own dog that got infected by the blight, and now it's kind of this zombie-like dog. And yeah, the sample ended, and I was completely hooked. I needed to know what was going to happen with the farm, what was going to happen with the dog. Also, at the very beginning, Wren suspects that she has been infected, but shouldn't have been. But she isn't sure because Derek has information that she didn't have about how the blight can infect you, because Wren's parents hadn't told her everything. So it looks like maybe she's infected. So she's going to be a zombie. What's going to happen with the farm? Where are her parents? What's happening in this town? Why are there zombies? I mean, I was completely hot with this idea. And I have to say that I did love this book. This book has lots of incredible qualities. One of them is the way in which it's writing, because there's lots of things that Wren hints and little clues and little somethings that she lets slip, when she's talking or when she's thinking, things that she did in the past, conversation, things that keep you very focused on the story, but also the story itself. It's very gripping because you have this town, and it looks like there was these family founders. They are the owners of 4 big farms that have like these magical products. I'm not going to say much more about it. You have to learn the book. And there's lots of secrets and things involved. And yeah, there is also the gripping quality of the book. You cannot stop reading because you want to know what the hell is going on with it. I mean, there's zombies. Why is people getting infected? How is people getting infected? What's the blight? Yeah, that's what happens when the blight comes out. It's like this mercury drops and infects everything in the farms and the people and everything. So imagine living like in this zombie-like town in which zombies get out only in the dark, but suddenly they began getting out earlier and earlier, and something is going on. And we have this very young girl called Wren and she's going to have to try and figure out what's happening, because also she's turning into a zombie-like creature. And yeah, I love everything about this book. Yeah, this story is amazing. This setting, it's amazing, about having this town with these four families that founded it, with the different farms that have like these magical abilities to turn magical crops, kind of thing, and to have this infection, this blight that's infecting the crops, destroying the farms, and also going on after the people. And you have this quarantine around this town, and the scientists who are trying to fix the people. Who knows, because they are there. We're going to learn more about them as the book progresses. And then we have this, as I say, this main character called Wren, which for me, she's amazing. Yeah, because there's people who says, oh, but she's always putting the people that she loves in danger. I mean, no, I don't agree with that. She's always trying to protect the people she loves, because she wants to, put yourself in her position. She's like a young girl, she's alone at home, her parents are missing, the blight is infecting her home. Her dog, which she loves, turned zombie-like, but there is something of her old dog that remains there. She sits when she tells her to. She's kind of rabid, wants to attack her because she's a zombie dog. But, there's like this kind of communication. She wants to protect the dog that she loves. And then people began to go missing, her parents, and it's like there's this circle that's surrounding them that gets smaller and smaller. And she begins to get clues, and she begins to get information, and she wants to go herself, because it's like, okay, I'm infected, I'm going to die. She wants to keep Derek, she wants to keep people, far from her, but the people choose to help her because they love her, because they know that they are all in danger, because there is something going on in this town, which I'm not going to say much more because this is going to be completely spoiler free. So, and I did love that during all the book, I love the way in which Wren thinks and communicates. And for me, she's a very solid character. She is infected. She's dealing with lots of things. She is dealing with the fear she has of losing everything her family loves. The farm, the future that she has imagined for herself in that farm. The boy that she loves, Derek, she had to break up with him, but now he is with her. They're risking everything. She's afraid for him. She's afraid for all the town, for the blight that's coming to them. And also she's afraid because she's turning into zombie and she doesn't want to go out like that. She expected she had lots of time to, to do lots of things. She had imagined this future. And also there is lots of things like very kind of mundane, like it's not mundane, but like regular things of growing up. Like conversations that she had with her parents, where her parents were always like pushing her harder to get better results, to figure things on her own. Also, she had it looked like her parents were like not in very good terms in the relationship. And there's lots of things that are going on for her. And I love how amazing she is and how she thinks and how she reacts. And I love there are moments in which she isn't exactly herself. And I do love how she reacts on those times and how she gets to see the world maybe from another lens. And I love this book also talks about approbation and having found their families and getting exit and getting money because they do work hard, but also because they work in the backs of other people, so to speak. And I love that this gets denounced in the book too. There's lots of things about this book that I love. I love the family of Derek. We are going to get to know them. And I love Clau, and I love her girlfriend, and I love everyone that we meet. Because as I say, one of the things that I love about this book, the gripping pace, but also how solid the characters are and how easy it is for you to understand what they're going through and why they react the way they do. It's all very believable. It was very easy for me to believe that everything that's going on in this book is really happening in this town. It wasn't a leap of faith for me. It was like, it's very real. The author has created this world in which there is this zombie-like creatures, there is the blight, there's like maybe mind control, there's lots of things going on. There is magic maybe, there is maybe alchemy, there's lots of things going on. And she sells it very well. You believe that what's happening in this town is real. Like, you have this very small town, you know, mostly hiding away, separated from the world, working like this, and it's all very believable. So yeah, I mean, I cannot stop raving about this book because it's very good. I was expecting it to be like this gripping lecture in which amazing things happen, spooky things, because yeah, there's lots of spooky things going on. Like yeah, there's zombies involved, so yeah, they can rip apart and they're dangerous and things like that. So it's not like a walk of flowers and sunshine. And yeah, I love everything. I mean, yeah, for me it's been an amazing read. I still don't know if it's a 4 or a 5/5. So yeah, that good. And yeah, I love his solid. Again, the characters are the story and the world building and everything. So if you like this kind of settings where there's lots of things going on and there's lots of secrets that you are going to begin scratching and see under the surface and go, oh, you're going to love this one. And if you like zombie dogs, yeah, and this is going to be a bit of on the spoilery side, but don't worry, the dogs survive. They're zombies, so they survive. Yeah, thank you for watching. Bye. Yeah, I say the thing about the dogs because I was like, please don't let the dog die. And I know there's people who want to know before reading a book if the dog dies at the end or not. So yeah, that's why I say it. Yeah. So okay, pick this one up because it's amazing, and now I'm shutting up. Thank you for watching. Bye.